Welcome, welcome, one and all, to another edition of SoulSym Showcase. As usual, I am your host, SoulSym Mirak, and with us this evening, again, we are starting alone, but picking up from yesterday's lesson on Core 4 and what the system is about. Um, Yesterday, we got through uh, how we define or how we determine what an attribute modifier is. Um, and knowing what an attribute modifier is or how to get an attribute modifier, to remind you, everyone, your modifier is the attribute score minus 2 divided by 4. And knowing what an attribute modifier is useful. Knowing what it relates to is a bit more useful. In Core 4, we have 8 primary attributes. Those attributes are power, vitality, intelligence, presence, strength, endurance, aptitude, and speed. Now, with these attributes, will work about how you would expect. Um, Power typically refers to how much supernatural oomph is behind certain attacks, like magical abilities, certain species-based abilities, um, and certain other systems that aren't basic damage or that aren't reliant on traditional strength. Um, in Dungeons and Dragons, power would be equivalent to your casting modifier, be it intelligence, wisdom, or charisma. Power is a effectively an average of the three. Um, Vitality is your energy, your stamina, so to speak. It is how much uh, how much damage you can take before you're actively taking damage, before you're really hurt. Um, think of it as um, in D&D terms, vitality is a pool of temporary hit points that you always have. Um, that sits on top of your actual hit points so that lets you know when you're really getting hurt. Um, and then after vitality, I'm sorry, presence, I'm sorry, power and vitality make up your soul stat. And soul being your sense of your spiritual presence, your spiritual weight, um, the metaphysical you, and soul is the stat that represents the resiliency that you have in that sense of in your sense of self, in your identity, um, in your presence as a living being. Um, and then we will move into intelligence, which functions the way that you would expect it to. Intelligence determines how smart you are, uh, how how much information you're able to retain, and oftentimes how many skills you are able to have at the beginning of character creation. Intelligence can also affect how how effective you are at crafting things, and uh, the amount of information you know about a given object or interactable at a moment's notice within a session or campaign. That is paired with presence, and presence is effectively your charisma. It is a one-to-one with your charisma. Your presence determines how effective you are in social situations and can also influence how potent or effective certain magical effects can be and what people are resisting when you attempt to compromise their mind in some way. Um, Presence in, say, anime would be like hockey or spiritual pressure. It is the the aura that people feel when you enter a space. It is the effect that you have on things around you. That is what presence is as an attribute. Then from there we have strength, which again is a pretty self-explanatory stat. It's how strong you are, how much you can lift, how much you can move, how hard your attacks hit when you're dealing with physical weapons like swords, axes, and um, clubs, hammers, and spears of that nature. Strength also determines a bit of athleticism. You know how much you're able to drag and uh, in tests of in tug of wars. It is a useful skill for physical contests. Strength is paired with endurance, and endurance is effectively your constitution, 1 to 1. It is your actual. It is what your uh, hit points are rolled out of. Your main hit points, your wound points. Um, when you take damage to your wound points, that is the instance where blood is drawn or um, a limb is lost. That is the importance of your wound points or your actual hit points compared to your vitality. Um, and strength and endurance are paired into the body stat. Intelligence and presence are the mind stat, and the last two attributes contribute to the edge stat. Uh, um, Mind, pretty self-explanatory. Uh, Mind is your ability to resist illusions, um, to resist charms, to uh, identify and counter certain spells and magics. Um, yeah, that is what the mind stat and the mind pool are used for. The body stat is your physical health and well-being. um, your physical fitness and prowess. And then the edge attributes are aptitude and speed. Aptitude is how well you how quickly you pick up new skills, how well you execute maneuvers and skills and spells that you have learned before, and how well you handle the magical effects that can come with equipment or the technological effects that can come with equipment. Those things are modified or assisted by a high aptitude score. And speed is your speed, your reflexes, your natural uh, ability to react to things that you perceive. And that is most closely correlated with dexterity. You would treat speed as if it were your dexterity stat. It is what allows you to. It is the primary attribute in your dodge bonus, and um, it also is responsible for evading some traps and getting out of grapples. Speed is very helpful and useful for those types of situations. And edge represents, and the two of them collectively feed into the edge stat, which quantifies your X factor, your it, your super ego, your the the talent that you have, the natural talent that you have in any given situation that is represented by your edge stat, your ability to get out of the way of area of effect spells, dodging fireballs and lightning and things of that nature. Uh, those are your core. Those are your primary attributes, and those feed into the core four attributes as I explained them: uh, mind, body, soul, and edge. And those will be the numbers that will be generating dice pools for. Those are the modifiers. So that's these are the attribute scores that your ability modifiers or your attribute modifiers are derived from. Um, from there are we have combat stats or tertiary attributes or stats that are responsible for combat and um, conflict. Those abilities are our attack. Give me just one moment. Those are our attack, our trigger, crit, defense, dodge, and ego. And we can see what that looks like or by referencing the quick start guide, um, where all of the test frames can be located. And for this example, we will use wall. And Wall has an attack stat of 9, a trigger of 6, a critical of 7, a evasion of 7, a dodge of 7, and an ego of 4. I'm sorry. Um, so the combat attributes or the combat modifiers are um, are attack, which is what you would add when you roll to hit someone. The uh, primary dice pool that you would roll for the attack would depend on what kind of attack you're launching, be it strength or power. That would tell you the uh, chance that you have to hit, and then attack is your bonus, your accuracy bonus to that roll. That would be contested by the player's ability to dodge if it is a single target attack, and their ability to evade if it is an area of effect. So, and in both of those situations, that would be a speed defense that you would be rolling with either evasion or dodge. Uh, Trigger is the chance of you activating uh, a special effect on your uh, on your attack roll if there is one attached to, say, a weapon, the weapon that you're wielding, or the chance that a defensive ability will trigger when you are attacked in combat. Um, that trigger number uh, is the um, the window of access based off of your maximum roll at the time. So, for example, using Wall as the example, he has a trigger of 6. And let's say he's attacking with a spear that, sorry, not with a spear, with the hand axe that has a chance to stun and on hit. So his strength stat is a 6, which is a starting a dice pool of 2d8 and 2d6. So we will roll that and see what uh, the dice say as far as his success for triggering this stun. So that's 2d8, e8 plus 2d6, e6 plus 9. Okay, so um, with a plus 6, that dice pool can generate a 28 at maximum. So the dice would need a minimum of 22 in order to trigger the um, the stun effect. And because they were able to roll a 29, the 29, the attack hits, but the dice that they rolled collectively added up to 20, which is 2 points shy of what they needed to also stun with that attack. Um, we have 2 people in our audience. Let us see if we can invite people to the stage. Hmm. Let's see. Give me just one moment. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so there's no request to speak. So that I guess we will. If you have any questions, we are using the stages, the new stage feature from Discord. So I believe you would have to raise your hand to come up to the stage with me if you so chose. But to continue with the explanation, um, the attack would hit his target most likely with a roll of 29, but because the dice produced a 20 uh, out of the possible 28 that he could have produced on the dice roll itself, um, he does not trigger the stun. But he does even cascade with the roll. It's just the roll by itself was not enough to trigger the effect based off of what his trigger stat is. Um, and uh, his critical range um, actually should have been higher. I should have increased that by 2 because his critical stat is a 7. Every 4 points in critical is one uh, is a range increment for your cascade, but that is also reduced by a target's evasion. Um, so sometimes your ability to crit will be less effective than you think it should be, and if that is the case, that's typically because the person or the creature that you are targeting has a higher evasion than you have critical stat. Um, chin, 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 boom. And so those are the core stats. That's the summary of the core stats. The core 4, the secondary 8, and the combat modifiers. Those are the numbers that you are going to use most frequently when playing a core 4 game or participating in a core 4 campaign. Maha,
Yo, yo,
how you
hear
doing,
me?
bro? So, thank you for joining us on the stage today, sir. Did you have a question, or were you wanting to get into the Academy nons?
It was a couple questions actually. I think I came in a little late on the explanation.
Okay.
Um, first thing, was the trigger. Can you go a little bit over what the trigger was? I think I missed it.
Okay.
I heard like a little bit of like, oh, he rolled a 20, but it didn't count his +9, and like it didn't meet his trigger set for
Okay.
a stun.
Right. So, let's say, um, and we'll use how how Exodus kind of does things to give you an example, or rather to make it a bit clearer. Um, Trigger is the is your ability to activate innate effects on weapons or armor that you have. And so, uh, for example, with an attack roll, if you have an axe that has a chance to stun on hit, right? Um, that chance to stun is based off of your trigger stat. And the trigger stat reduces the number that you have to get within uh, your given dice pool to trigger the effect. So, um, because Wall has a +6 body, or rather has a +6 strength, his stat pool is 2d8 and 2d6, which gives him uh, a a roll range of 4 to 28, and his trigger is 6. So that 28 is brought down to a 22. If the roll that he produces, just off of the numbers, not the modifiers, without the modifiers, the number that he produces with his roll, if it exceeds that 22, then the stun would trigger.
Mm.
So,
Got you. I'm letting
um,
my brain kind of work down there for a little bit.
okay, so um, 2d8 is 16. 2d6 is 12. 16 plus 12 is 28. Okay,
Yeah,
that is why a plus 6 has a roll range of 4 to 28, because you got 4 dice. If you roll 4 once, the lowest you can get is a 4.
yeah,
The highest you can get is a 28. Okay,
right.
um, and the on hit effect of an item is basically like a critical hit effect. Um, in other systems, it would be the equivalent of rolling a 20,
Right.
and so maximizing all of your dice. Now, as you get stronger, your dice pool gets bigger, and proportionally, your trigger will get bigger. So, with the max number that you can roll with a plus 6 being 28, and the trigger stat being 6, you subtract 6 from that 28, and 22 becomes the new threshold for triggering a stun.
Okay, okay, got you. So it's like having, like, you have to meet your own DC
Right,
to trigger your additional effects.
right. And this way, we cut down on how many rolls you have to take in a round in order to get all your stuff to activate. So, like, if
Okay,
you,
so now it's okay, so to kind of show a difference, instead of a person rolling against your DC, you're now rolling to make sure the effect happens. And then obviously if they have something to maybe counteract the ability that's happening or the effect that's happening, then I would assume they would roll against it, right?
right. So, um, regardless of if that person chooses to defend or dodge, um, they have to roll against the attack hitting them, right? But the ability triggering on hit, if it is an on hit ability and not something that requires you to spend points or use an action to to activate, um, trigger is the condition that brings it into play, and um, that is something that is not about how quick or effective the individual is at dodging. It is how effective you are at pulling that effect out of the weapon. That's what trigger is. Um, so like as an anime reference, if you've ever seen those scenes where um, two characters have that clash, and one of the characters has a lightning effect on their weapon, and the one individual they do their clash, and they're 20 feet away from each other now, and then you see the the status effect hit the person that we could have swore didn't get hit. The trigger happened.
That would be the trigger. Gotcha.
Exactly. So,
Okay,
um,
so in the second question
mhm,
was with the evasion.
yes.
Um, does evasion affect? I know evasion is something that deals with your critical. You said every 5 points in your critical increases your
Cascade range by one.
threat, your
Hmm.
cascade range. But someone's evasion reduces it.
Right. So,
So, okay,
um, critical and evasion are cyclical stats. Uh, they are inverted from one another. So, uh, critical is your speed and your aptitude. Evasion is your, I believe, intelligence and aptitude. Um, no, I'm sorry. That's inverted. Critical is intelligence and aptitude. Uh, evasion is speed and aptitude. And the reason that um, is uh, if you know your target or if you're knowledgeable on anatomy, you know where vital spots are. You can more easily get to soft slash critical points and do your thing more frequently. That's what that is supposed to represent. And evasion is your awareness of people targeting your vital points. Um, so it has two benefits. One being the modifier that you would use to evade AoEs, like to uh, determine if you succeed on dodging a fireball or um, a um, like the blast radius of a fireball. Like if you're not the target, but you're just in the area of effect, evasion would be the bonus that you would roll instead of dodge. Um, but uh, when determining if someone can crit on you, if you have a really high evasion, you can shrink their threat range just because you're that aware of yourself and your surroundings. It's almost like um, your defense, like
sort of
your
like your perception.
right. It is your combat perception. Um, so uh, critical increases your cascade range. So if you have like because Wall has a 7, his cascade range would technically be 2. Um, uh, his cap and the next step below that. But let's say he was attacking. Let's go with Catalyst. Catalyst has an evasion of 12. So because Catalyst evasion is 12, the only way that Wall could cascade against Catalyst is if he hits his maximum on the die. He has to get a actual like a true cascade in order to uh, crit on Catalyst because his evasion is that much higher. So, um, and before anybody gets terribly discouraged, uh, this is advanced stuff that does not need to be pulled into play, but it can be pulled into play, which is why I'm covering it. If you're, so for you don't have to utilize evasion as a crit reducer. Um, that is just the way that I intended it to be used, and so if it's an option that's on the table, or can be on the table. Um, thank you for joining us, Lume. If you have any questions, we are using the new stage channel on Discord, so you feel free to raise your hand and we can bring you up to the stage to join the conversation if you have any questions. Um, or if you're interested in picking up a character, and entering into the academy for the evening. Um, yeah. Uh, so yesterday we discussed how to define attribute modifiers. Today we discussed what the attributes are, and also the combat modifiers. That is what we've discussed so far. Um, if anyone has any other questions about uh, the system, the classes, or any of the test frames, um, I would be willing, I'm open to taking the conversation in whatever direction
Oh,
is most favored.
um, I did have one more question with
Mhm.
evasion as well.
Okay.
So if evasion reduces a cascade,
Hmm.
does that count abilities that increase threat range outside of critical?
Yes, um, but typically speaking, um, it's a rare situation. Um, for
Gotcha.
example, let's say Wall was attacking Apex, because I'm fairly certain that's where your concern's coming from. Apex has an evasion of 12, um, critical of 10. I don't know that anybody has an evasion high enough to actually touch your natural benefits. So in that situation, right now at your level, um, nothing can deter your ability to crit on it. Um, it
Right.
would.
And
Mhm,
would so for example, um the critical.
mhm.
So just so I have it correct, the first five, is that your natural ability to cascade? And then after that is increasing it by one, or is it increasing by one the moment you hit five?
It is increasing by one the moment you hit six.
Okay. So to exceed after.
Mhm.
So me being at 10 is not increasing me by two, but if I were to go to 11,
Correct.
I'd increase by two.
Correct.
Okay. And then obviously things like my stance
Hmm.
also would increase by two as well.
Exactly.
Okay.
Your stance is not modified by your critical stat. It is added on to the bonus that your critical stat provides you. So as it stands right now, your cascade range would be uh, 3 if you're using precise stance and you do not move. Good day, Sir Wandox. Mr. Johnny, how are you? Good day, Johnny. How are you, my sir? Oh, muted. Okay, got you. Um, we are using the new stage channel. People on stage are able to speak and be heard uh, by the audience. And this is, well, I was going through um, the core stats for Core 4. Um, and Crown was asking questions about how uh, critical and evasion and trigger work as combat stats, um, combat modifiers. Trigger being the um, benefit, or uh, yes, the range at which on hit effects that don't require like an action being expended, or um, um, yeah, action being expended, or energy being resources being spent, um, reducing what you would what we would normally consider a crit, or basically increasing your threat range on what we would normally consider a crit to activate weapon effects or item effects. And then critical, it increases your cascade range um, in increments of or 5 to 1. Um, every 5 points in your critical stat or your critical modifier increases your threat range by 1, your cascade range by 1. And evasion, on that same token, reduces um, your ability to for reduces the ability for other people to crit on you. Um, is that all of the questions that we had for this evening? Did anybody want to punch some stuff?
I'm always down.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Um, Virtuos, would you care to join us for punching things, or are you just chilling in the audience today? Okay, that's fair. Um, uh, oh, that would be great. That would be lovely. So, in that case, dun, 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 I believe yesterday we informed Apex that Proctor Vane had a special assignment for her, um, and gave her coordinates to, uh, or rather, gave her a coordinate pass and told her to go uh, to the port court after classes had shut down for the day, and to fill out the rest of her school day. Apex went and started to develop a couple of uh, spells and techniques to help her on her mission. And that was covered in yesterday's episode. We actually went over the math and logistics of creating uh, two spells. Um, one that repeats damage actions taken on the previous turn in exchange for a little bit of damage. And the other one was
Took damage taken and
right,
added on more
right.
damage.
Yes, the blood retaliation,
Bloodied Grudge.
bloodied grudge. That's what it was. Yes, bloodied grudge, which takes the when Apex takes damage, she can choose to increase that damage and then take the combined damage and add it on to her next attack. Some very masochistic magic, but that's what this Gunweaver chose to do, and that's what she's got on her in her kit. So, uh, without further ado, we shall hop into the uh, mission for today. Excuse my life. Uh, Apex, you have been working in the lab, the training room, for several hours and have um, have developed a good few abilities to take into the field with you the very next time, rather on this mission that you have been given by Proctor Vane. Um, are you heading straight to the port court, or is there something else that you needed to take care of? Or you good with the guns and your training?
We're gonna stock up on proper items and tools to help in a solo mission.
Okay. Uh,
So we're going to get things like healing potions, mana potions,
mhm.
and some just useful equipment, I guess.
Okay. Um, so you're gonna grab a couple of potions and
Rope, caltrops,
rope
and
caltrops. Gotcha, gotcha.
marbles.
Okay. Um, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Um, that's not what I need. I need. Okay. So you go to the quartermaster's kiosk and uh, begin to gather the resources that you're going to need for this excursion. And the student running the counter today um, looks at you a little sideways as to almost questioning why you're asking for this stuff at this time, um, when things are supposed to be effectively winding down for the day. Asking for stuff this close to uh, not necessarily lights out, but after hours, it's closing time. Um, did raise a bit of an eyebrow, but um, give me a presence check to see if you can like disperse the curiosity.
Presence is a +5, so am I just giving
Uh,
a
it would be one d eight,
5?
yeah, 1d8, 3d6 plus
Okay,
5.
got 1d plus 3d. Eight, eight plus 6. Oh, nah, I am suspicious as fuck.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Uh. Uh. Okay. Oh no, that was loud. Um. We are going to roll a number and see if Vale has words for you. Um. Dun, 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 dun. He's got that. And this. Blam. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Um, what are you doing checking out potions and rope and manacles and caltrops? What are you doing with all this stuff? You know, it's almost closing time. And the portals are going to be shut down soon. So, you planning on doing an overnight adventure, or like what do you got? What do you got planned, man? Because once the portals are shut down, you're kind of out there until they open back up in the morning.
You are a nosy shopkeeper. I've never seen someone ask me about what I'm purchasing, spending my points.
You're right, but considering you're a freshman, I would it would make me feel bad if something happened to you after I gave you all this stuff and you like get stranded out there. So, it's more so about the blowback I'm going to experience if something happens to you. That's why I'm asking. But if you want to be a person about it, then fuck it. Go die. Have fun.
All right. I am gonna come back, and when I come back alive, I expect free things because you told me to go die, and I have it recorded. Hmm.
He looks at you with just a look of exasperation, like you're gonna tell people that I told you to go die after. Okay, whatever. Um, and he waves you off. Um, and so I presume we're heading to the port court now, correct?
Yep, yep.
All right. So um, we as we enter into the port court, which is the large circular room where you are all briefed on assignments before being sent through uh, these portals to complete those objectives. And uh, the the dais that Proctor Vane normally uh, briefs you from is on top of the elevated platform that he speaks from. Uh, Surrounding the room or around the borders of the room, the walls of the room, are several gates, archways, circular arches that uh, sit at the top of uh, several steps, 3 to 4 steps, and each of them have are made of different materials, but they all look very similar. And some of them have scorching, some of them have overgrowth, some of them have uh, different defacing marks on them, and all of them are inactive. If you were to look at one, you would see the wall that is behind it. The pool, the teleportation pool that normally uh, stabilizes between the barrier or the borders of the arch itself, are nowhere to be seen, and the port court itself is very dimly lit. What do you do, my friend?
Um. Okay. Just clarify me. What was my mission before?
No, you were
I
just
believe we talked.
You were given a um, you were given a card by Proctor Vane and told that there was a um, there was something of great importance to your development on the other side of the gate that card opens. And that was all Proctor Vane ever told you. That was all he said to you.
Got you. Um, well, I'm gonna see if the card is even doing anything. If it's supposed to be connected to something.
Mhm. Um, the card itself. Well, give me a intelligence check, please.
I'm not gonna. Plus three, four, just no 46. Got you.
Mhm.
I'm better at being smart than I am being being a smart ass.
It's interesting. It's interesting. Funny how that happens sometimes. Mhm. Da, 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 da. Give me just one moment. What was it that you produced? I'm sorry.
A 25 and I cascaded once.
Okay, so um, as you examine the card, um, trying to figure out what you're supposed to do with it, you notice that there are markings on the front of the card that match uh, the symbol on the front of the podium that Proctor Vane normally debriefs you from. Normally briefs you from.
Oh, does this thing look like a portal? Like, or was it just a podium?
uh, well, if you go to inspect the podium, um, you can give me an aptitude check to see if you are able to put two and two together.
Got you. I remember that off the top of my head. That is 1d8, 3d6.
Hmm.
I am terrible at using my eyes.
What did
I
you
did get
get?
a cascade. I got a 18.
Okay. Uh, you got 18. Oh my lord. Um, oof. Okay, so yeah, you think about it. You're looking at this card and you're looking at the podium, like in you're standing in front of it and you see that the podium, or rather the spot, the searchlight with the um, symbols above it, and you put the key up to, or you put the card up to the podium and nothing happens. You touch the card to the symbol and nothing happens. And you walk over to the right side, and you're feeling around on the podium, and then you kneel down on the floor. You're seeing if there's any like false switches or anything, um, and a uh,
We just look silly.
yeah. So you're and you're patting around on the floor, you're patting the insides of the podium, and you get up to the little middle level of like the little cubby hole of the podium, and you see this silver device with a slit on the front facing, like facing towards you, and on top of it is the exact same symbol that is on the key card. The slit on the side of this device looks like it would fit, like it would hold a card if you were to insert one
Wow.
in it.
I did all this searching. It was just in the cubby hole. Got you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're
um, I will instruct you to take one strain, my friend. Um,
I got you.
under normal circumstances, if this were not tutorial, you would have taken three. I'm sorry, two. You would have taken two because you got that cascade and canceled out one. But we're just gonna call it one for now.
Got you. Go. Yeah, so we're just gonna slot in the key card.
All right. And uh, as you slide in this key card, a gate on the far west side of the room begins to uh, whir to life, and you hear a very mechanical uh, clanging as what sounds like chains are being uh, churned through a pulley system. And uh, the louder this these chains get, and the more roarous the engine, the machine roars, um, the wider the portal opens until you can see into a environment that's a muted gray, and has towers as high as the eye can see. Like there's a lot of structure beyond this the portal here. Um,
Gotcha.
do you take it upon yourself to travel through the gate, my friend?
Yes. Yes, I do.
All right. Well, as you step into the forge, into the area, uh, okay. As you step into this area, you give me a body save.
Got a 20.
20. Bum, bum, bum. From a 20, you are safe. Um, that's that. As you step into the area, you feel this intense pressure on your shoulders and an extreme cold on the edge of your skin. Um, as if your uh, as if your fur is the only thing keeping you from freezing right
Man.
now. This area, you are on a uh, you're on a straight that leads towards a column of buildings, like a cube of buildings that are just side by side by side by side, separated by streets to navigate them in between. But these are skyscrapers, and they just go up for as far as you can discern. These things are traveling upwards, and as you're approaching from across this bridge, uh, you are able to see that they extend downward as far as you can perceive them. Um, there is not a lot of anything else to look at around here, other than uh, the towers and the snow. Um, so, what you doing, bud? Where you are you gonna just walk into the city and hope for the best?
Uh, yeah, that seems to be that seems to be our only option. We are gonna walk with some caution, though. We obviously have walked through a portal, and we know nothing of what is in here. I am going to equip my guns. We're gonna be ready.
All right. Ah, so you said you've pulled out your guns and you're walking into the city on alert.
Yes.
Okay. Um, that was rude. As you enter into this um, area, you can hear your own footsteps. And you get the sense that something is off about this place. You hear the ticking, or rather the winding of gears, uh, or rather you heard the winding of gears and the cranking of chains until you set foot into the cube, so to speak. Once you got, say, 10 paces into this construct, the sound from the outside just completely fades. Um, the only thing that you can hear are your own footsteps. Uh, give me a uh, yeah, give me an aptitude check.
Got a 25. One
25.
cascade.
Okay. Um, with a 25, uh, your the the sensitivity of your mantinan ears picks up a subtle disturbance of uh, within the magnetic spectrum. There's a ripple effect, a wave of sorts that is uh, emanating from above you, and it draws your attention upwards to the canopy where you see um, dozens of drones and uh, or rather orb-like creatures with arms kind of just traveling to and fro in the upper levels of this complex. Um, what do you do?
Well, firstly, we're gonna properly assess the situation on if these they do they are they moving in a sense of purpose, like they're protecting something or they're following a directive?
They look as though they're just conducting. They're going through motions. They're functioning off protocol.
Got you. All right. Um, are they impeding the right direction for me? Is the next question.
Um, as best you can tell, they are not concerned with you in the slightest.
Continue. I just
Uh,
didn't want to say, oh, I shoot them, and they were just kind of leave me alone.
that's fair. Um, uh, they don't appear to be concerned with you in the slightest. They are moving. They're easily 200 feet above you, so it's not like they're right over your head. You just happen to be sensitive enough to pick up on the
Got you.
magnetic traffic. Um, and yeah, so that's what you're able to pick up. That's what you're able to discern. Um, would you like to make a uh, would you like to make a luck roll with your highest uh, attribute, or make an aptitude check to see if you can figure out a way forward?
Uh, sure. I would love to. An aptitude check.
Yes. 'And then afterwards, give me another body check, please.
These rolls are not liking me. I got a 20.
Okay, so with a 20,
And another aptitude.
yes, no body check. It's a body save. It's a body saving throw.
Got a 27.
27. Okay, yeah, you're again uh okay. The um the words from my noggin. The heat is, or rather, the cold and the pressure are still manageable for you. Um, as a matter of fact, it feels a bit less intense than it did when you first got here. Um, and with a 20, you are able to um, pick up on um, uh, a faint hammering um, that appears or seems to be coming from the northwest from where you currently are. Excuse my life. Um,
We are going to slowly, well, not slowly, but quietly head in that direction.
okay. Um, and as you head in that direction, please give me a presence check.
Presence is a +5.
Hmm.
Hey, I got a 31 with two cascades.
Nice. Um, with a 31, you are barely able to hear your own footsteps now. Um, now, uh, let's do an opposed aptitude check for you to continue hearing this sound that you're following. Let's see, let's see. We'll let the Mojave. Oh man, yeah, you're gonna hear this guy for the hot minutes. Um, um, and it's not hard for you to get close to your target. Um, however, as you near the room, as you near the building, uh, you are met with the revelation that uh, the individual that you've been hearing is inside of a building that is guarded pretty heavily. Um, outside of the main door, outside of the building itself, where you can hear this hammering coming from, you see a large uh, mechanical creature, humanoid, but it is large and stoic, standing in front of a factory door, giant blast gates. Um, what you gonna do, man?
uh, I mean, these guys are following an order, and so far I haven't just been viciously assaulted just yet. So, Um, I don't I don't really know if this place is a good place or a bad place just yet, but we are going to just walk up to the door.
Um, as you turn the corner to approach the building, the golem's head turns towards you and says, "Halt, intruder! None
Say less.
are allowed to pass. State your business or turn away."
Uh, well, I'm here to meet whoever has taken me to this place, and quite wanna just I'd like to politely meet who's ever making such a rhythmic knocking up there.
Visitors are strictly prohibited outside of operating hours. Mission times are between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Uh, on the uh, prime plane,
Uh,
according to uh, quantum synchronization records. The prime material is currently the time on the prime material is currently 7:22. You are out. You are in violation of work hours.
I'm gonna show the card that I used to get in here. Does this help me at all, or should I just go?
When you pull the card out, it says uh, trial voucher accepted. Initiating combat test. And uh, you want to dodge or defend?
Okay. We we're gonna dodge.
You're going to dodge. Okay. All right. So go ahead and give me that dodge roll, my friend. Um, that'll be
Okay.
your speed pool plus your dodge bonus.
Uh, speed. Okay, my speed is a +7.
Ooh, he's a hefty man.
And I add it to my edge or my body
Um,
roll.
uh, you are going to use the pool um, uh, from your speed. Um, and
Oh, okay. Let me go
you
find
add your
+7. I mean.
yeah. So this plus seven is 3d8 plus 1d6. Plus
Oh,
7.
okay.
Yeah. 3d8 plus 1d6 plus your dodge. Sorry, which is not 7. It's false dodge. Your dodge
88.
is
Now, I do have a
nasty.
very important question.
Yes,
Does
sir.
critical affect these rolls?
Yes. Well, you in on defense, your evasion is affecting this roll. Um,
Okay, so
so
having a 12.
yeah, you're reducing his ability to crit on you by 2.
Okay.
Um, and one of the beautiful benefits of evasion, evasion can't actually negate somebody's ability to crit on you. It can remove their ability to cascade. That is possible. Um, so if you ever see that happen, uh, know that your uh, know that that is because the evasion of that individual of the target was significantly higher than the critical capacity of the attacker.
Got you. So now my question is, would Are there ways to increase your cascade range for defensive abilities?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
improve your evasion stat. Yes.
I got a
Okay.
44.
My lord. Okay, I almost don't even want to roll this, but um, I kind of have to. So, bum, 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 plus D's number, and you got a 12. He's got that. So yeah. Okay. Um. So he swung at you, and uh, you are so wily that you managed to roll out of the way, and you get to launch a attack of opportunity, a shot as you are rolling backwards, um, or dodging backwards. You get the whole Max Payne slow motion shot situation. Um,
Is he the only guard here?
he's the only one you see.
That's not good. Uh, I mean, we're outside. So is he like outside this? He's the only one guarding this door.
Yes, he's the only one in front of this door. Yes.
Got you. Okay. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna gun to your head, pull the trigger.
Okay. Um, roll the damage from your pistol for me, please, my friend. Because I'm presuming you're using your faster pistols.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right. And
1d10 plus
you
5.
do get a times two on this. You got two cascades to his one.
Okay. So multiplied by 2.
Mhm. My
Oh,
lord,
that didn't.
sir, sir,
Wait, hold on, it's not done yet.
sir, sir.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so
Four, eight.
24 plus 5 is 29. Okay. Whoa. This guy. Okay. All right. Okay.
You scared me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. Like understandable. Understandable. Because that's a scary thing to see happen immediately upon showing a card. So I got this card. What the fuck? Yeah. And you 58 points to the face because he swung at you too hard. Um. Okay.
Maybe you should have just
No, no, no,
swing
no, no.
on
I
people
got you.
first
I got
time.
you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Swinging on people was just like, but you pulled out the card that was supposed to trigger that response. Um, in response to your shot, uh, he has how many? Da, 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 da. Man, so five. That's 10, 11. Okay. Um, when you shoot off this shot in this uh robot's face as you roll backwards, um, your caster pistol um, overcompensates for your fear, your adrenaline, and lets off this massive blast from the muzzle uh, of the gun, and uh, as it hits this uh, construct in the face, the energy kind of the magic phrase and uh, scatters off of his face as you see this blue light uh, roll over its body and crack um, before shattering away. And then it takes a um, it takes another. I'm sorry. We roll initiatives because it doesn't have another turn to throw at you just yet. Um,
And
yeah.
initiative is just my speed, right?
Yes. Take your speed boo and roll that mother sucker, and he's gonna do the same.
I got a 19. Okay, now we're back to normal.
Yeah, got it. Okay. So your turn is first.
So this thing just looks unscathed. Like,
Effectively, um, but like I said, you saw that blue barrier show up and then break. So
gotcha.
do with that information what you will.
Alrighty. Yep, we're going to do what's best known as stand and shoot. Uh,
Okay.
we are going to shoot this man. Well, we're going to enter my precise stance
Okay.
and then shoot this man.
Precise stance and then shots.
And we're going to also activate recursive fire.
Okay. Recursive fire on concentration.
So
Your
my
echo appears as you ADS. You up pull and then your shadow uh up pulls beside you.
yeah, 2d8 plus 2d6 plus 6. Well, no, it's a plus 11 because it's an attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
You are
Alright,
correct.
alright. 6 e6 plus 2d. Oh wait, e6 e because I increased it by 2. So e5 e4 plus 2d8 e8 7 e6 plus 11. I got a 33.
33. And he got a 36.
Look at this guy.
um uh so um roll your damage for me please though because of
Gotcha.
how he got that 36. Um he's not
2d.
moving. He hunkered down. He anchored himself. Um and uh That
Maybe I
would.
should really start making sure I put the
Mm-hmm.
E10 on these
That would be helpful. My lord, sir,
things.
that's your second 24. That's your second 24 with this gun. That is your second 24 with this gun. 29 with this
That's
gun. I'm sorry. That's your second 29 with this gun. Um,
yeah.
and
I'm glad we are consistent.
right, and then do your um,
But yeah, the echo.
yes.
Okay, you did 7. Wait, do I add my spellcasting modifier to this? If
Yes,
there is.
because it's the spell, and you're also forgetting that you're supposed to be doing 2d10, not
Oh,
one.
yeah, yeah, my bad, my bad.
You
Yeah,
don't want to
I
build the spell and then not use it right.
right. I was like, wait, I don't feel like this is correct. My spell thing is it's the same.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm literally just rolling the exact same thing. 2d10, e10 plus 5.
25. Okay, so that's a total of 54 that you produced between the two. Um, you haven't taken any damage, so your um, your echo
Yep,
doesn't
yep, not yet.
benefit you at all. But um, you do manage to uh, put a decent chunk of damage on this man. Uh, and now I need you to roll me two dodges, my friend. Da, 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 bum, 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 bum.
Why counts as my own ally?
Uh, for yes, I will allow the echo to count as an
Okay,
ally.
good.
My lord, I forgot I failed to do the thing. I'm doing right. I do it right.
Oh,
Control C, Control V. Put two right here.
so I'm rolling a 10. So 2d8 plus 2d6 plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
8 plus 2d. Wait, 2d8 e8 plus 2d6 e6 plus 10. Get a 28.
Okay, so the first shot catches you a little off guard, uh, and you get hit in the shoulder with a concussive round, um, taking oh my, you take
Yeah, that's karma.
yep, that's 27 points of damage right there, sir, friend. Uh,
You know what? We're gonna take an additional. Wait, 1 second.
all right, and then um the second shot that hits you, or rather the second shot that comes your way, uh, you were adequately prepared for. When you got hit with the first shot, you uh, kind of it kind of rolled you. Uh, you got hit in the shoulder, and you were spun. And the angle that you got hit at allowed you to notice where the second shot was coming from before it was fired, and you dodged it and were able to fire back at the second. um, uh, shooter. So go ahead and put your damage for your
Yep.
retaliation shot.
And I took my 2d6 as well.
Yeah. So
I
so
took
now you're gonna
32
add
damage.
32. Yeah, you're gonna add 32 onto this next shot, onto this retaliation shot, this attack of opportunity shot. So you don't even have to roll to get this benefit right now, which is crazy.
Alrighty. So we are going to, and again, gun to your head. Give me a high roll, please. Okay, 2d8 plus 2d8. E8. We technically did not move, correct? We are still in precise aim.
Yeah, you're still in precise aim,
Okay. 2d.
and you have not been rolling your precise aim, my friend.
Why not?
Oh no, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I see it. I see it. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Bye bye. Ignore me.
It's 11. Did it not roll?
It rolled.
I'm confused. Okay, why did it appear over my name and not under? That was weird.
Avery had a delay, but uh, for future reference, retaliatory shots or counter shots do not require an attack roll to hit.
Got you. Okay.
Um, your exceeding the attack roll by 5 or more is you confirming the hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Um,
Uh, Alrighty. I will gladly give you that damage then. 1d10 plus. Wait, hold on. E10 plus
mhm.
5 plus 32. What?
Be,
I don't know.
okay,
What the?
this you because you put 10-3-10, not 10-E10.
Oh. Okay. I was like, okay, what he said.
You exploded the building. I didn't know you had the Miku Miku beam in your pistol.
Yeah, friends. All that panic just like it happened all at
Right?
once.
Is this just imagining thing that you have freaking mouth lasers and everything that you own? Okay,
Like
so 40
40.
damage, and then your echo
Oh yeah. This doesn't this 32
is
doesn't add on to the echo damage, right?
no.
Or does it? Okay. I would have liked to have added that to the echo rather than my damage.
I mean, I'll let you choose which one, but it only applies to one shot.
Gotcha, because I would have healed
Hmm.
if it was applied to the echo. Plus, oh wait, you're 2d10. I have to remember that.
Hmm. 2d10 plus your caster and your ego, because you
Oh,
busted that. Man, they did you dirty on that roll.
just imagine there's another +5 on that.
Yeah. Um,
Can we swap that 32 to
yeah,
the?
I got you, bud. So, 32 plus 14. Oh, but yeah, 32 plus 14 is 46. Half 46, 23 points. You get 23 health back.
Sweet. All right. I
And
went from 1 HP to 24 HP.
yeah, you're a gambler, sir. You're a gambler. Um, but uh, you spin and take out the uh, um, second artillery drone after the first one hits you in the shoulder, and Then you are able. I'm sorry. Then it's the big man's turn, and he is going to attempt to grapple you. So I need a body
Oh, there's
check.
another one.
The big guy. It's the big
What?
guy that the big guy that started this. He's attacking you now.
Wait, what shot me earlier?
It
Wait,
was
now I'm confused. I thought it was
okay.
just the one big guy.
Yes, that was you said was it just this one guy? It's like this the one guy that you see, and you uh
I got
shot him.
snuck.
You shot him again, and after you shot him the second time, something else shot you. Two other things shot at you. One of them actually hit you, and then you destroyed the second thing that tried to shoot at you. So this encounter has been a 1v3. You just didn't see the other two because of how high up they were.
Got you.
So um, on the plus side, you have taken out one of your assailants, um, but you still got this big guy who moves 10 feet and attempts to grapple you.
Okay,
Um,
so I'm giving you a speed check, correct? Or a
you're
body.
you're giving me a body check. Um,
Okay. You are
and you can use
it's
your dodge modifier, um, but you are rolling your body pool.
plus 2d6. Oh, please. All right, so the game is not liking me a lot, but you know what? We trudge through.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, you managed to parry. You you
I
you
am satisfied with that.
you need it, so you prevent him from grabbing you, but he's still in your shit. So with his minor, uh, oh no, he missed with what he was going to do. So with his minor, um, he'll attempt to uh, body block for you. He'll take a defensive stance, um, and you see a an active shield cover him. That this one is kind of blue, not blue, purple in nature, whereas the reactive one that you saw was blue. Um, and that will be where we end for tonight. Uh, we can continue this encounter, this combat tomorrow with um, possibly with some assistance. You might get some reinforcements if someone else shows up to aid you tomorrow. Um, and we'll see where else this area, what else this area has in store for us. Also, I'm sorry, before we go, give me one more body check, please, sir, my friend.
This man said, "Do you feel cold after all this battle?"
You gotta see, man. You've been here for 3 rounds. Well, you've been here for 10 minutes.
2d8, 2d8 plus 2d6, e6 plus 5. Oh no, that's plus 6.
Okay.
I don't feel cold at all.
At all. No, you're fine. You are locked in. The adrenaline is pumping. This cold don't mean nothing. Whether what. Yeah, um, but if you enjoyed tonight's episode, please consider hitting the like button, pressing the subscribe button, and hitting that bell notification so you get notified anytime we do anything here on the channel. As usual, I've been your host, SoulSym Mirak. This has been another edition of the Adamantle Adventurers Academy. And with us this evening, we had the Crackshot Crown.
Hey. Oh, crack shots actually. You know what? I like that one too. We're two for two.
um, we will be back again tomorrow, same time, 7 to 9, with more Adventurers Academy. Uh, let's see how much further Apex can get and how much more dangerous this woman can be. Um, she almost died already. One time already. Almost died.
I was calculated.
Yeah. Brought herself to the brink. But and on the other side of the weekend, all next week actually, we'll be doing Adventurers Academy. Because it's the off week for all of my other stuff. So we're doing it, letting people know Core Four is the place to be to have fun, do all the crazy shit. Um, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, tell your boss, tell your kids. Well, don't tell your kids because we cuss over here. But tell everybody you know, uh, and join us tomorrow and join us all next week for more Core Four, so that you can get to know this wonderful new system that's on the horizon. But until then, until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and have a wonderful evening, everyone. Good night.